Hello, my friends. If you watched my previous video, the book haul and supplement haul video, well, it was St. Patty's Day, and you know, I am also going to be reading I don't know why did I do that? So I'm going to be reading a book based in Dublin, and thought I'd vlog it. I mean, March, the whole month of March is St. Patty's Day. Am I right? Yes, I am. The book that I'm going to be reading is Love by Roddy Doyle. I'm going to be reading it on my Kindle. I rented it from my library via Libby, and I'm super excited. Did I just do a book haul and I'm not reading any of those books? That is correct. What's your point, you know? Okay, before I get into like the description of the book, just take a look at the disaster that is my room currently after filming that haul. Here we go, my shoebox of a room is not doing too hot. I currently can't sit down at my desk because of how messy it is right now. Also, this lighting, why does it always want to ruin my vibe? Via Goodreads is what I'm reading this from. It has a 3.35 rating, so not too great. However, it only has 2,684 ratings, so probably not that bad. Alright, but oh my goodness, just this description is a lot. Two old friends reconnect in Dublin for a dramatic, revealing evening of drinking and storytelling. One summer's evening, two men meet up in a Dublin restaurant, drinking pals back in their youth. Now married and with grown-up children, their lives have taken seemingly similar paths. But Joe has a secret he needs to tell Davy, and Davy has a sorrow he wants to keep from Joe. Both are not the men they used to be. And I don't want to read the rest because I feel like I like to go into books not really knowing anything. This is already different than what I thought it was gonna be, so that'll be good. I'm excited. So that's what I'll be reading for this week's vlog. Okay, I still do the peace signs, you know? That's what we're here for. Let's just do another one because we can. Hello fam, I just got a 90-minute massage and it was spectacular. It was so wonderful. After the week that I had at work, which was super intense, it was much needed. It was very much needed. So now I'm gonna sit in the parking lot outside of where I got my massage and do my makeup. Because in regards to the book, Love, there are lines everywhere. That's fine. They'll go away eventually. Anyway, in regards to the book, Love, first impressions, I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna go. So, the writing style, there's no quotations around speech. However, there's a dash in front of like every time they speak. So I'm just like, why did they do that? I don't know if it's an Irish thing. I don't know. So I mean, like, I love Sally Rooney's writing and she never uses quotation marks, so it's like, is this any different? But in Kindle format it looks kind of strange to me. But also, so what's happening is like pretty much what's on the cover is these two guys meet up every time they're in Dublin together. They get dinner, they get drinks or whatever, and they kind of just catch up in life, but they really keep it superficial, don't really talk about their feelings. Well, one of the guys has recently like left his wife and they're in the terms of either getting a divorce or they're separated or something like that. Wow, these lines on my face are awful. Anyway, so one of the guys' marriage is failing, and he happened to run across this girl that he met 20 years prior with his friend at the bar, and he claims that he's like, that's the love of his life. Is he having a midlife crisis? Probably. Anyway, so he's trying to explain to his friend all that's going on, all that the encounter happened. Guy doesn't even remember this girl's name. I don't think he ever knew this girl's name. So yeah, I'm not sure how it's gonna go. I'm not sure if this is gonna be good or not, but oh well, we're gonna give it a go. And I checked it out from Libby, so it's not like I paid money for the book, which I was originally planning on doing because I love the cover. I love the cover so much, but kind of glad I didn't, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, I'm gonna finish doing my makeup and then eat my lunch in the car and then head to my friend's house so we can carpool tomorrow for a volleyball tournament. Gross. These lines are terrible. I think the makeup is making it worse. Oh well, I don't care. It's gonna be fine. Okay, bye. Hello. Hi. Hey there. I am currently 20% into this book. I didn't really read this weekend. After my massage, I went to my friend's place and not much, like zero reading was done there. And then I coached volleyball on Sunday, so read for a little bit Sunday night. I'm about to eat some lunch, drink some fruits and greens, which are deliciously grainy Kool-Aid. And I am 90% sure I have a sinus infection. So that cold that I had, a couple weeks ago in that last reading blog, it just turned into like a full-fledged sinus issue. So I feel great. My sinuses do not, but it's a tale for another day. Anyway, so with the book, I don't really have much to update on because not much is happening. So the friends, I believe their names are Davy and Joe, are at the getting dinner. They're like probably in their 40s, 50s, maybe 40s. And they're just talking about life. Joe, I believe it is. I don't even remember. He's just discussing potentially having, or already has had an affair with this girl he met when he was 21. I don't really know. He's still with his wife, I think. It keeps going back and forth like, oh, they're separated, they're not. I don't know. Just the way it's written, it's very conversationally written, and that bothers me, the fact that there's no quotation marks used. So it's kind of hard to follow, especially when it keeps interrupting and timelines change. There's no chapters either. There is like dividers between the timelines of like the dots, but there's no chapters. It's just one long book. I don't feel sorry for this guy. I don't know if I'm supposed to. I don't think I'm supposed to. But he's giving me the ick. I don't like stories about when people cheat, because I don't like it in real life. And I don't know. I don't know how this is going. I don't know where it's going. We'll find out, I guess. Stuff on doc today is I need to meal prep. I'm hoping to edit a video and then potentially read. I don't know. It's already like 12 o'clock. I slept in really late with the time change too. Slept in pretty late for me. And then I coach volleyball tonight. So that'll be a late night for me as well. I don't know how much reading is going to get done. I really want to finish this week because I'm over it. Apparently, my Kindle does say I have about just over 6 hours left to read with it. You guys, I had a DNF love. I had to. I could not get through it. As I stated before, first of all, there's no quotation marks. There's dashes, but the thing is, he uses dashes not only like to signify someone speaking, but also just in general. There's so many dashes, so it was really hard for me to follow. Also, it's going in like two bros telling a story. However, they keep interrupting each other. There are so many different tangents that I just couldn't put up with it anymore. I'm just like, I want to know what happened. Why are you cheating on your wife? And you just won't get to it. And it does a lot of flashing forward and backward, and it just was too much. Also, one of the wives, she is so abrasive and just rude, and I know that was like his main appeal to her, but she is aggressive, and it just rubbed me the wrong way because I know people that are like this and unapologetically rude. And there's a difference between being like confident and rude. It was too much. Plus the grammar, or not even the grammar, the amount of times they said like more than a teenage girl. It was so much. Can you tell I'm getting heated about this book? Also, they say grand a lot. I had no idea that that was like a really big Irish thing, but the amount of times they said grand and like, and there was another one too, and I'm blanking on it, but it was too much. I would like to know what happened. I may like just look up the synopsis. Did not like the formatting of this book. I will say that. I will never say I didn't like a book. Well, I have said that, but I try not to, you know, be negative about books because I haven't written one. I know it takes a lot for them to be written, for them to be published, and it's just such a huge process. But this one just didn't jive with me, and I'm really sad about it. I had to like force myself to read it, and guess what? Life is too short to be reading books that you don't want to read, you know? So I stopped reading it. Ugh. I don't like DNFing books because I always like to give everything a chance, but I couldn't get through it. I was just getting angry. I kept falling asleep during it too. Granted, I mainly read right before bed, but this was like in the afternoon after lunch, and I zonked out. I was so tired, and I'm like, I'm just over it. I was over it. So if you enjoyed this book or have read this book, please let me know what you thought of it, and maybe even just DM me on Instagram letting me know what the ending was, because I would still like to know that, but I couldn't get through it. So not for me, unfortunately. However, so then I was like, well, what am I gonna read next? Because I have the third Game of Thrones audiobook ready to go on Libby. I have about 15 days left with it, and I have the book, obviously, it's right here. She's a chunky lady. But I knew this is just gonna be a lot for me right now, especially after coming off like a book I just DNF'd and did not enjoy. And considering, like, I'm saying like so much, considering how I start to get restless about halfway through these, I didn't want to go into this book on a negative aspect. So I'm gonna hold off on this, probably wait till I finish the book I'm currently reading now, which I was debating between this series and a different series. I just wanted something quick, romance, that I knew I would love, that I have read the series in the past, so I know I'm already gonna love
the romance. I'm gonna love the writing style. I just wanted a really cute, quick rom-com. And I was debating between, well, I was gonna see if R.L. Mathewson had the Neighbors from Hell series, another one, because I love that series. It's just so cheesy, so quirky. They're not different by any means, but yeah, there's so many of the Neighbor from Hell series books, and I love every single one of them. They're very similar. They're pretty much just like, it's like a Hallmark movie except spicy. So pretty much same plot, same everything, but I love them so much. They're such a comfort series for me. And then I thought, oh, on my TBR this year is the Bromance Book Club. All 4 of them. I think there's 4 out now, and I had already read the first one last, like, Memorial Day weekend, I believe it was. So I was like, I'll just read the second one. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy with myself. So it's Undercover Bromance, I believe. Yeah, Undercover Bromance is part of the Bromance Book Club. It's the second in the series. I love it. I love it so much. I just started this like a couple hours ago, and I am struggling to put it down. It's quirky, it's fun, and it's, you know, bromance book club. Bros reading romance novels to better their relationships. Like, what more could you ask for in a series? And I just, oh, I love it so much. I'm so happy. So happy. Still not one of the books off my shelves. Not a Kindle, but that's okay. I thought about picking up a book from there, and I just didn't want to. I didn't want to yet. I wasn't ready. Wasn't ready to do that. Well, this is really rambly, so I'm gonna shower and tuck myself into bed and read some more. Hello! Update. First of all, just got done coaching volleyball. We had 5 games today. The girls did great! They won all 5, which is super exciting. It was a very long day, but it was wonderful. They did so good, and one of the girls served 24 out of the 25 points, and the only reason she didn't serve all 25 was because we had serve received, so we won the ball back right away. It was phenomenal. It was a 25-0 game, which was wild. That rarely ever happens in the sport of volleyball. As far as reading updates goes, I am 50% of the way through, which is fantastic, on chapter 14. It's going so much better than previously. I will say this book deals a lot with sexual assault, not necessarily like the act of it. I mean, it doesn't go into graphic detail. The main storyline is this girl witnesses a sexual assault and wants to take this guy down, but the girl that was sexually assaulted doesn't want that. The thing is yeah, that the girl that was sexually assaulted is telling this girl, please don't tell anybody, I really need this job, yada yada yada. And the main girl, she's like, no, this dude's not gonna get away with this. And so she tells a handful of people, and those people tell a handful of people, and it's so too many people. And I have a lot of feelings about this. I believe people should express or deal with sexual assault in the way that makes them the most comfortable. It's not a comfortable situation, but doing something in place of someone else, there's definitely a different way to go about this instead of involving the girl that did not want to be involved. I believe everybody has their right to report or not report based on their circumstances. It's a lot for that person, and for this person to keep outing this girl, I don't like it. It gives me the ick. So obviously I think predators and those people should be taken down, but you may just have to finagle a different angle with it to not involve the girl that doesn't want to be involved in this, you know? Other than that main plot story, it's really good. It's a really cute book. Like, We're starting to catch feelings and we love it. We love it so much. And I will probably finish this within the next day or two, so that will be super exciting. So I'm gonna eat my dinner right now because I am super hungry after an all day tournament. This is the longest day that we've had. It was a long day, in case I didn't make that clear. Okay. Hello. Very, not really a busy day, but kind of a busy day. I just finished meal prepping, which is solid. I can't wait till like my meal prep days. Get back to Fridays. I have like oatmeal in my throat. I ate like a little oatmeal cookie. I worked out this morning, meal prepped, and I have to edit this lovely vlog you're watching now. So, but it's 11 o'clock right now. I have a couple hours left of Undercover Bromance, and I think I'm just gonna go read that for a little bit. I'm gonna try to finish it before lunch or just shortly after lunch, because like I said, I only have a couple hours left, so should go nicely. Reading update. I have about an hour left. One of my favorite characters is just a side character, and they call him the Russian. I feel like they said his name at one point in both books, but I don't remember what his actual name is because everybody just refers to him as the Russian. And just like his main plot point is like the guy that can't digest cheese or just has digestive problems, and he's a hockey player, and I'm like, oh, I relate so hard to that, and he keeps eating cheese, and it's just so stupid, but so funny. As far as like the plot, it's to the confrontation scene and then the big reveal of something that was happening. Max reveal. It's going to be coming to light, which will be interesting because things have been hinted all along. However, I feel like I know what way it's going to go, but the way it's coming to light I wasn't expecting. So that'll be interesting to see. The whole plot of Liv being so judgmental about women not coming forward and speaking out against this really powerful guy about sexual assault and how they were assaulted, and she's just so judgmental of their choices. And I get it in the sense that you don't want somebody to get away with this, but you also don't know everybody's circumstances and what they're dealing with, and if somebody doesn't want to be involved, then you gotta let it go. You just gotta be a good person and a good friend and support them, and if one day they do want to come forward, that's their choice. I hate that pretty much the main plot surrounds that whole judgment aspect of her not understanding other people's situations and feelings and not being compassionate towards those. And it looks like I have a mullet, so that's fun. Okay, I'm gonna edit a little bit and then get back to reading, and then hopefully update you guys when I am finished and with my final thoughts of the book. I just finished it. It was so cute. It was so cute. Such a cute ending. And super funny how I was referred, I just said how they always refer to the hockey player as the Russian, like they never use his real name. At 97%, his name is Vlad. They finally called him by his first name, and I think they did in the first one too. I just forgot what it was, but yeah, his name is Vlad, and I just thought that was so funny because I just discussed it with you guys. Also, there was a big manly group hug, and I just love that. Hugs themselves are so underrated, and especially man hugs and actual bro man hugs. Hugs are great. I loved it. I'm happy that I decided to DNF Love by Roddy Doyle and pick up Undercover Bromance by Lisa K. Adams. It's definitely the right choice for me. I just gotta listen to my intuition and DNF books sooner when I'm not enjoying them, especially in moments like these. So, all in all, I will be continuing with the series at some point, probably monthly, just because it's a quick read, it's an enjoyable read, and also I like to use my Kindle. I have a Kindle for a reason. I should be using it more often. I just obviously prefer physical books. However, the Kindle is great for these quick romances that I enjoy reading so much, because I love to read them a lot. So I like to use my Kindle for that. I would also like to use it more for the Amazon First reads, but I haven't really browsed that section enough to see if I would enjoy anything like that. However, that being said, my physical TBR shelf is overflowing and I need to get through that. But I'm headed over to my other shelf, my fantasy shelf, and I'm gonna read the third Game of Thrones book. So, still not making any progress on my physical TBR shelf. Alright, well thank you so much for joining me in this reading vlog. I had an adequate time and hopefully you did too. Like this video if you want, subscribe if you'd like, that'd be cool. Gives me a little confidence boost and we all love that. And just have a wonderful, awesome day. Remember to respect others, respect yourself, and do something amazing with your day. Thanks. Bye.